to today's speaker card reading. For today, the topic is the next chapter of your life. For that, we have two piles as usual, pile number 1 and pile number 2. And now, let's get started. Hello, pile 1. If you have chosen this one, then this is your reading. Here comes your reading. Okay. Now, first, okay. So what's next? What's the next chapter of your life? For that, the first one is Three of Swords. All right. Five of Pentacles. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Sorry, my battery died. So the next one is Five of Swords. Yes. Okay. King of Cups. King of Pentacles. From the Everyday Witches deck, the Judgment. Great. King of Wands. Awesome. Seven of Pentacles. Awesome. Ten of Pentacles. See? Ten of Pentacles. And the Emperor. So, first, sorry, I had to switch off the AC. It's creating inconvenience. Right. Now the Three of Swords, it clearly shows that you are coming out of a difficult period. Maybe you are very, currently probably you are very unhappy, going through some betrayal, the pain of betrayal and backstabbing and heartache. Probably you have been dumped or ditched or left in the cold, cut out from a personal relationship situation, or maybe even in a professional situation. And I can clearly see the Five of Pentacles also shows the same thing. That is, it shows mostly that this is a personal hardship, but this to me is a personal hardship because of your finances. So a hard time you are facing currently regarding your career, finances, some business losses that you have suffered, and because of that also the heartache can happen. But this could also be a very personal reason in a relationship, in your love life, you have faced some kind of difficulty. Now from the Everyday Witches deck, I have Judgment card, which this one shows is, Judgment is a major arcana, and what this shows is, this person, he or she has done a lot of introspection, a lot of deep inner work that they have already done, and hence that has made them more self-reliant. Now they are more comfortable as who they are in their own skin. See, literally dancing to their own tunes. They don't care what others think or say anymore. All they care about is themselves and how they feel about somebody or a certain situation. So all that matters to these people now, the person that you are slowly becoming, transforming into, is what you think and not what other people's opinions are. Now, which is a great thing, by the way. This is Page of Pentacles, which to my mind, see, it's it's not an abundant energy initially, but it's the starting point of good news. It's more in the earthy material realm, like business, education, money, I can see a starting of good things. You are probably not at the peak of it, but you have brushed off. You have started off from a bad place. Still, you have some monetary situations which are lingering at the back of your mind, but you have started your forward journey. Now, Page of Wands. Similar, it's a very, very preppy, very young, youthful, energetic, warm, inquisitive, and also a pretty, a very friendly, romantic kind of a person. So this is basically the person you're firstly transforming yourself into. Once you transform, then only your surrounding and hence the next chapter would form. So you are transforming, you're putting in the work, the initial work in your career perspective or education perspective, depending on your age or maybe both. And also you're turning yourself, instead of becoming bitter about your past losses and heartaches, you are turning yourself into a more romantic, more fun filled, energetic, intellectual, somebody who is way more attractive as a personality. Five of Swords. Now this is a beautiful energy. It's a sword energy that you are facing challenges, you have faced challenges, but now this person, he has won over the enemies. Now this could be the external enemies or your internal enemies. Here the internal enemies could also be there. Like when you're going through some personal losses, what happens is we tend to resort to some addictions. It could very well be something as hard as weed, but could be, just food, unhealthy eating habits. That could also be your, you know addic- addiction, the food addiction that we did, emotional eating. So this person, he has won over all of his enemies and hence has, acquired a lot of wisdom in the process, the strength, wisdom, empathy in the process he has acquired. Now King of Cups. Clearly he has reached the absolute top of the society and he now enjoys the finer things of life. This man or woman, they enjoy nothing but the finer things in their lives. So what this shows is, now with the internal transformation, as you transform yourself as a person, you grow. But after facing all the challenges and winning over your enemies, you are ultimately going to reach the top, of course, which is understandable. So is King of Pentacles. So this person shows, this is a very intellectually, this person who was doing really well materialistically, probably it's because of the intellectual abilities that this card shows. King of Pentacles, he has reached the top, he enjoys the finer things, but he has done it not because of some, as they say, the inheritance. I've got nothing wrong there, I've got no problem with that, don't get me wrong, but this person has acquired, is completely self-made. He or she has acquired it through their own intellectual. Maybe you're very good in academics, you're very good in maybe excuse me, academically good with coding or mathematics or STEM subjects, something of that sort could be your like major pursuit, which has given you a lot of success. Maybe not absolutely at 1920, but by the time you're 30-35, you have already reached this top position. But this has come after a lot of hard work. So never ever let others tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing with your lives, which is very important, by the way. But after all this, from the Everyday Witches deck, this is King of Wands. This is not exactly a very positive card, in my opinion, because this also shows, it's a very successful person, but at the same time, very ruthless, ferocious, dominating, condescending kind of a personality, don't really have empathy and compassion for others, which clearly others deserve, but that thing is missing, is lacking in this person. So the universe is telling you to beware of that energy. Don't even ever try to reside in a negative energy when you're trying to look down upon others, because don't forget where you're coming from. I mean, how much you have climbed, but don't let that get in your head. And do not ever treat people in a condescending manner. So beware of that. Now, Seven of Pentacles. Yes, it's a beautiful card. This reminds me of the, the adage milk and honey. This clearly shows that. See, she's abundant. I mean, she has everything, her life, her garden, her pet. Even her pet is trying to pluck a pentacle from the tree. This tree is filled with pentacles, filled with abundance. Even the pet is plucking a pentacle from the tree. They have so much of abundance. Like they can give it to anybody and yet share it with everybody, and things will still like not be enough. I mean, they will still be sorry. I mean, they will be still more than enough. Sorry. It will be still more than enough. So you're basically, your next chapter is filled with abundance. The next chapter, the one word that I can think of is milk and honey. It's beautiful, beautiful. Wow. 10 of Pentacles. See, they have everything. See, the garden, kids, pets, beautiful castle, loads of abundance, loads of money, everything. And this couple has, couple, person, individual, everything, you have acquired it with a lot of hard work, winning over your enemies. You have won over your enemies, gotten the wisdom, done a lot of hard work, and hence you have reached this position, the 10 of Pentacles position. And the Emperor, the same thing. Emperor is, at an older age, is the next phase. When you get older, you are filthy rich human being, individual whom people tend to look up to, obviously solid, stable, authoritative. At the same time, you are somebody, you are the father or mother figure, and authoritative, of course. But at the same time, you will there will be people who will come to you for advice. So clearly you're coming from a place of heartache, broken, feeling completely lost. From there you start gaining wisdom, and the next phase, great pile one, awesome reading, that you are reaching the absolute tippy top, in every aspect of your life. Because in this one, I can see a family. So if you have had a heartache, and then don't despair. Instead, work on your personality, because you clearly are bound to have a complete family with kids and pets. It could be, I mean, whatever your definition of family is. In today's day and age, the definition can be different. So now, whatever questions you have, pile number one, for that, the angel answers are wait. Yes, we need to wait for everything that you desire for. Persevere, wait. Okay. Next, reconsider. Okay, so if you're in a hurry to manifest something in your life, then the angels are saying reconsider. Meditation brings answer. Yes, so wait and reconsider, and in the meantime meditate. That's what the angels are saying as answers to whatever questions you asked. I hope, pile one, you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, then please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Hi, pile number two. If you have chosen this pile, then here comes your reading. Okay. Let's start with Everyday Witches deck now. Okay, the Death card. Okay, so you have gone through, or you are going through, some transformation. 5 of Cups. Right. It's difficult. 2 of Swords. The Hermit. Absolutely. The Chariot. Fantastic. Now, from the regular deck, Page of Swords, great. Seven of Wands, awesome. Three of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Sun, Queen of Cups, the Emperor. Now the Death. The Death is, it shows the transformation. You know, you have already been through some betrayal, some tower moment, and now you are going through some transformation, and hence this Five of Cups energy. Five of Cups shows a lot of, dejection, disappointment, which you've been through. I think this is a little bit like, uh, no, no, before the current time. You have already been through this dejection, you know, dejection over past events, and you have let those events, those people who have, disappoint you, you have let them go, and now, and you have dealt with the pain and sorrow still stays a little bit, but mostly you have dealt with it, and you have transformed yourself. That old self has died, and now you are a new person. But the transformation is never easy. So this Two of Swords, what this shows is a more stalemate, more, at a crossroads, sitting on the fence kind of energy. See, she has got two choices, and still she cannot decide which one to choose. That kind of an energy, that she doesn't know where to go, how to start. I mean, you have ended something, maybe a significant relationship, or a significant, career change you have made, or maybe you have to just leave a very toxic job situation, and now you have transformed. You are trying to rewrite on a clean slate, but you don't know where to start from. That is a scenario that you're probably now at, currently you are at. And from here, we are starting the reading. The Hermit. It's the same thing. The person you are becoming, you're probably in an isolating, self isolation kind of a state, where you're self reflecting, you're spending a lot of time with your own self, where you're self reflecting and going through what you could have done and would have done, and all that stuff, self reflection, self reckoning, what you did wrong, and the learning that you can have from your past mistakes. That is being reflected by the Hermit card. The Chariot. The Chariot is the progress. It shows the progress, the moving forward situation. She has, see, she has a past. She has a past, a dark past, but she has left it and is moving ahead towards a new perspective. That way she has left this way, she has been disappointed, she's trying to brush things off and try to move forward in this direction, a new direction. So eventually, if you're going through this, stalemate state of introspection, these two phases, Two of Swords and Hermit situation, you will eventually come out of it, because a certain amount of introspection and spending time with our own selves help us, realize who we truly are as a human being. After a certain stage, that is very important, because growing up, we are being told by others what we should be doing and we shouldn't be doing, by our society, by our elders, etc. But we clearly tend to, some of us tend to lose the plot in the process. So now it's a way of coming back and trying to become who you were meant to be. That's what the next stage is all about for you. I mean, which is a great thing, by the way. Rediscovering and realigning your path. Now, Page of Swords, beautiful. Now you're becoming more carefree, more freedom loving. You have let a lot of people go. You've been through that heartache. You're no longer that person who would yearn for other people's company. Once you have been the hermit that you are, You know the importance of your own self. You love and enjoy your own company. So now you're a more free bird, a non-conformist, restless, inquisitive, more of a beginner. You're trying to relearn and unlearn and relearn a lot of facets of life. Because now you're clearly realizing things that you thought were very important ones, they left you or they just disappointed you. They no longer serves you. So you need to move forward, push forward in a new direction. Now, Seven of Wands. Opposing. Now, this is a person who is opposing, see, he is or she is willing to stand up for their own self, very passionate, driven, go-getter, not just a beginner, but also willing to stand up for what they believe in. Not only they believe in certain things, but they are willing to stomp their feet and say, no, this is what I feel is right for me, and from now on this is what I'm gonna do with my own life. So I am not a pushover and do not mess with me. That kind of an energy is Seven of Wands. To me, again, we all tend to have our own set of interpretations. Three of Pentacles, beautiful. You're choosing your craft, you're choosing the skill, and you're developing a new skill set. Almost, not just develop, you're acquiring mastery over a newly acquired skill set. You're just 24/7, you're probably walk. Though it has a shadow side as well, that don't get too absorbed and too arrogant regarding your work. But the positive is you're going to acquire mastery over your craft in a very short time period, which is fantastic again. I mean, pile number two, you guys are also are like fantastic transformation. I mean, this is a more drastic transformational deck rather than the first one, but still, I love this kind of transformation. The second chapter, the next chapter of your life is just wonderful. Now, this Knight of Cups, this person is not in a hurry. He is or she is more gentle, more affectionate, more warm. They have been through a lot. They have been let down. They have been into volatile situation. They won over all that. Now they are more stable, warm, affectionate regarding people and relationships and those who matter. They are very, now you're transforming your own personality, which will attract a lot of like-minded people in your life. I can sense maybe not just in the near future, but you're attracting a good friend circle, and from amongst those friends and colleagues, you will find a potential new partner. Because clearly, with the death card, you had to leave everything and transform yourself. You're restarting your life. You're restarting your, like, you have to change your identity in a lot of ways. This death card, it also shows a person who has been through an identity crisis almost, right? That's why the sorrow, because that identity, you attached a lot of importance to that old identity which no longer made any sense to you. Now the Sun card, it shows abundance and a lot of vitality. See, this child is very happy and enjoying under the sun in the sunflower field. You're like that, you will become like this child who has got zero care of the world. They don't care about anything. They've got everything. They have found the material success and the happiness and bliss that they're so much in search of. They People had just let them down earlier. Now that they have found their own selves, they have said that, you know what, just get lost. You guys are not needed. It's me. I am here for myself, and that's all I need. I have the most important person in my life. That's me. And that's all I need. That's all we all need, actually. But as I said, you have gained a lot of abundance already and a lot of wisdom. Through this mastery, you are going to gain a lot of abundance. But Queen of Cups is a very, she has reached the top, but not by trampling on other people's feet. So what they do is they are completely self-made, but at the same time they have a lot of empathy for others. They are more caring, supportive, loving, maternal kind of loyal friends that we all tend to have, you are one such person, because you have been through that pain, that heartache of being left out in the cold. So now, after reaching your goals, after reaching that high position, you try to give support, almost in a more than a counselor, more likely in a maternal friendly manner, more than a teacher. You're like that mother everybody needs, but some just do not have, because probably you always felt the lack. I'm not saying you didn't have your mother, maybe you lost her earlier, or maybe you had a distant or a cold relationship with her. Always, maybe a more strict disciplinarian mother you had, or you have. Now, the emperor, it's an older man, of course, good in business, it's the same thing, a very stable, at the last phase of your life. I can see you as this person. It's the same as the first card, so you could, if you wish, you could go through the first deck as well. This is somebody who is at an older stage. They are very stable, they have climbed a lot, they can see right through people, because they have faced deception, they have faced rejection, sorrow, heartache, everything. But they have never lost grip over reality. They have not lost the touch with their reality. So they have reached a great heights. They have a lot of power, everything. But they are also very kind and generous and stable. And you know, these two are very similar kind of an energy. She is more maternal, but this person is also very accomplished, and so is she. So both, I can see, at the end of the by the end of your life, you'll become somebody whom literally people tend to look up to, and you're coming after a lot of transformation. You have left, you probably left a country, you'll migrate somewhere else, change your whole identity, how you identify yourself as, everything will change. For you, everything will change, and you are now going to change yourself into a different personality. Okay, pile 2. Now from the angel answers deck, we have ask your angels. The first answer to your question is ask your angels. Second is remain positive. See, it's very important. Even in the face of absolute adversity, remaining positive and believing in the superpower is very, very important. Higher power, rather. A year from now, see, you will get your answers, whatever you're looking for, in a year from now. So, pile number 2, if you found this reading helpful, if it satisfies what you're looking for, then please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Namaste. Thank you.